So one day I got this crazy idea that what if I put a augmented reality headset inside a welding helmet? And I used to be a welder before becoming a mechanical engineer. And I've also been playing around with with the MetaQuest and their pass-through mode. And how could I use that to view CAD models? So I built a little app to do just that. So this got me thinking back to my welding days. That how cool would it have been if I'd had something like a augmented reality welding helmet, so that I can overlay stuff like um, CAD models or other information digitally. So this is the model that I came up with. So I used this MetaQuest model that someone had posted on CrapCAD, and apparently it's a STL that has been ripped from the MetaQuest website. I couldn't actually find the site that this was ripped from, but this was really accurate. I will link this in the description. So this was my starting point. So I had a Kempi SA47 automatic welding filter. So firstly I checked whether or not could I see through the cameras. The things on the sides are actually infrared sensors slash LEDs. Then I started modeling the mount for the MetaQuest, and I used the vertices in the STL to model the spline shape. Then I offset it a bit to give it some room. And use thicken to get some thickness. So I used 3 mm here. So the model is made with surface modeling, and I used another reference model. So this mesh from Sketchfab, and I will also link this in the description. So as for the mask shape, so I just started freehanding with splines to the mesh surface. I'm just coming up with roughly the shape that I would like. So after I had gotten the shape that I would like, or the rough shape, I started thinking about how could I print this then. So I have a Prusa CORE One. So the Prusa CORE One has a print volume of 250 by 220 by 270. So I made a cube with this volume and started checking if the model would fit the printer. And it was just shy of fitting. So what I did was I made a Boolean intersection with the surface of the mask, and this gave me an opportunity to put my logo in the newly made face that was along the XY plane. As for the rest of the features on this mask, so there are these cameras around the MetaQuest or on the sides of the MetaQuest that look for your controllers while you're holding them on your sides. And I needed to make this cutout so there's enough of field of view for the cameras. And also there's this geometry which is for the tab here. So the head straps are connected with this plastic tab here. And then there's the buttons. So I made cutouts for all of the buttons. So there's the pass-through mode and the volume button. Then there's the power button on the side here. I also made a screw to tighten the quest down to the mask, but this was never needed. So as for the slicer settings, so I used 100% infill and snug supports everywhere, but I changed the pattern spacing from 2mm to 4mm. So it seemed that the default settings filled the lens holder's hinge completely with support material. So what I had to do is draw support blocking by hand to the model. So here's the first prototype of the mask. I might have went a little overboard with the supports here, but they should come off quite easily. So in the second iteration, I'll try to make the supports or make the model so that I won't need as this much supports. So now here's the welding helmet assembled. So the lid flips open. You can see the MetaQuest inside, and it locks in a bit. And this is what it looks like inside. So let's try to use this to weld with then. So after recording that video, I tried welding with that setup, but what happened was the white front face of the MetaQuest caused the reflection from the filter back to the cameras, and that made it really hard to see. So what I did was I went out and bought some gaffer tape and taped up the front face, and that helped a lot. So I think that I'll make another video showcasing the app that I made for the MetaQuest that you can use to view CAD models in the pass-through mode. It also has this measuring feature that I showcased in the video. And I'm using CAD query right now to send the models over. The benefit of using CAD query is that it's in code so that you don't need a separate UI. But yeah, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss that video. And thanks for watching. I think that you'd like these videos next.